Greetings, I am nothing, nobody, a resident of the Phenomine channel, and you can call me felinoid. I've got synchronet working on the beaglebone black, and I want to go through it and set everything up so that I can do a complete tutorial on getting synchronet running on a beaglebone black. And of course make sure everything is actually running, so that I'm not giving you a bad tutorial. But the short version, alright? First thing you want to worry about is storage size, alright? Now, because storage is an issue, I'm using a Debian distro that is stripped bare. None of the bells and whistles I don't need. And that's a 2 gig image. Yeah. And I have a 4 gig card. So to make, so to turn a 2 gig image file into a 4 gig card, because that's an image. You're just flashing the image to the card. So it's a 2 gig image, you flash it to a 4 gig card, and you have 2 gigs. The rest of the 2 gigs is wasted, not used at all. So I flash it, and then I use a program called gparted. I'll link it in the video description, and that will let you expand the amount of space that you're using, that you can access on the card. So you can turn a 2 gig image file into a 4 gig disk. Also, I'm looking to get a 32 gig card because it's $10 and 32 gigs is the maximum a beaglebone black will use. So there it is. Yeah, it's a thing. Anyway, at first I was thinking, well, it's just a BBS. I mean, in the 1980s, BBS is running on floppy disks. But yeah, synchronet's been in development for like decades, so it's huge. Yeah, so that's a problem, just the amount of space the program uses. And a beaglebone is a DIY machine. They're not thinking that you're going to need a whole lot of disk space. Now 4 gigs or even 2 gigs is huge for BBS. That used to be running on floppy disks that were like what, 300K. Yeah, so this sucker, but yeah, the BBS, synchronet's big. Lots of features, worth it, but it's big. So anyway, first thing, expand it out so that so that there's enough space on the disk to install synchronet and run it. And so I would say a minimum of a 4 gig card, and use a a stripped Debian distribution. The next thing to worry about is the dependencies. There is a list of dependencies on the synchronet website, so just follow those down, get those dependencies installed, you're good. One dependency that's missing, and it's the one that's going to mess with you. They say you need to use gmake, and you're going to go running around looking for gmake. It's not on the machine. It's not there. Where do I get gmake? And they tell you to use the command gmake. So you got to have gmake. Can't use make. It's got to be gmake. Here's where you're being messed with. Make is gmake. Linux doesn't have its own make. It uses gmake and then names it make. In the old days, Linux, originally Linux would just static link gmake over to make, or make, or make over to gmake, whatever. But so you have both commands, right? So what you want to do is you want to create a static link from make to gmake, so you have the gmake command. I don't know if the actual scripts and stuff actually reference gmake. They probably do. So you'll need to make sure that gmake's on your system. Technically it is, but it's not called gmake. It's called make. So just make the static link and you're good. Okay. That enough disk space to hold all the system and all the dependencies. And after that, I'm going to go through the setup. Of course, since I'm using a bare bones system, I gotta work on putting the Wi-Fi into the machine, and get the Wi-Fi dependencies set up, and the drivers set up for that. So there's still a lot of work left to do. So I'm just giving you the preliminaries here, so that so that those of you who want to hammer this out for yourself, you can. But there it is. Good luck.